approaching the ring from Marietta, Georgia, weighing 223 pounds, Cody Rhodes.
Well, we have another match for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and this time it's going to be The Miz versus Cody Rhodes. Guys, my name is Brendan, and of course, Extreme Rules coming up this Sunday. Don't miss it, guys. It's going to be on pay-per-view. It's going to be a really, really cool show, in my opinion. Now, this one is on the pre-show, so you get to see this one for free on the WWE YouTube channel, of course. Now, The Miz versus Cody Rhodes. Now, this match, of course, I don't know if you could say relegated to the pre-show or allocated, but I guess, in my opinion, being on the pre-show isn't that bad of a thing. And a lot of people say, oh my god, he's on the pre-show, that's horrible. But really, these guys, they should be happy they're at least getting on the pay-per-view of some sorts. You know, they're performing in front of the crowd. And also, they get about 100,000 people tuning in for the pre-shows or something along those lines. So they still get quite a number of viewers. I think the pre-show ends up getting a couple million views anyway on YouTube as well. So, and that's just on YouTube. It could be, I think they stream it on their website and other sources as well. So, I really don't understand why that's such a big deal that people, you know, complain that guys get on the pre-show. Now, one match that I think should have been on the pre-show, and that this match should be for, is the Intercontinental Championship. Well, this match should be a number one contenders match for that championship, in my opinion. And also, what the hell is the Intercontinental Championship doing off this pay-per-view? I mean, they had the United States Championship off WrestleMania, and now it's the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, what needs to happen in the WWE? And I know this is not Extreme Rules related, but they either have to unify the mid-card championship belts or unify the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship. Because if you unify the WWE Championship and World Heavyweight Championship, that's going to mean that there's got a lot of guys that's going to be stuck in that upper mid-card region, meaning they need a belt to go for, aka the Intercontinental Championship. Boom, that belt gets more prestige, more. You can start building feuds around that and start to build that championship up a little bit more. And in the mid-card guys, they go like your Cesaros, your Morellas, guys like that. You know, they go for the United States Championship. So, you know, you have a clear distinct of who goes for what belt. You know, United States Championship, mid-card belt, Intercontinental Championship, upper mid-card, and WWE Championship main event belt. It's simple as that. And then they could do that, and in my opinion, work pretty well. Or, you know, they could do the other route and keep the two main World Championship belts and unify the mid-card championship belts and just have all the guys in the mid-card going for that. I think the first idea is better in my opinion. But now, anyways, getting back to this matchup. Now, this match really hasn't had much to it. I guess it's just come out of the blue. The Miz has come back from filming a movie. I don't know what movie it was. Probably another one that's going to go straight to DVD that no one gives a shit about. And, I mean, The Miz, his face turn is not working. It's, you know, I was all for him to turn face. I was like, okay, this will be good, this will be good. But it's just been the same old shit, except he's been trying to get the fans to cheer him in a really desperate attempt. They even gave him the figure 4 leg lock. Really? Really? No pun intended, if you know what I mean. But he doesn't. The Miz using a figure 4 leg lock. I mean, the guy can barely do it half the time. He's not a good wrestler. I think he should have kept this something more simple. But anyways, him and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has been still doing his tag team thing with the Rhodes Scholars, and I like the Rhodes Scholars. I think they're good. But I do think Damien Sandow deserves to go on his own and get an opportunity to show what he can do. And I think Sandow deserves, you know, championship gold, like the Intercontinental Championship, for example. And, I mean, Cody Rhodes has had the Intercontinental Championship plenty of times, and really, he kind of got somewhere, but he was probably getting close to going into the World Heavyweight Championship scene. I think he probably needs the Money in the Bank briefcase, not championship, briefcase, to get himself into the main event scene and get himself his first World Championship. But I don't know. I think these two guys are just going to be stuck. You know, they've had their pushes. They've, you know, almost been at that main event level. And I mean, the Miz, you know, he got his shot at the WWE Championship, and it kind of flopped. So I guess now these guys are stuck doing nothing, working the pre-show, which is pretty sad in hindsight. But I think Cody Rhodes still has a lot of potential, so I'd like to see Cody Rhodes move on and win this one. But the fact of the matter is, The Miz has just returned from a movie, and they're going to continue to try to push the guy. They gave him the belt at WrestleMania to keep his winning streak alive, and they made him drop it the next night of Raw, and he went away, I think, after that and did a movie. And I mean, I don't know why they're not doing another match between The Miz and Wade Barrett. I mean, there's still a bit there between these two guys, and they could have easily renewed that, but instead they've thrown Cody Rhodes in the mix out of nowhere. And on SmackDown, The Miz had a match with Damien Sandow, and he beat him, so that kind of, I mean, did something at least for the feud. But you know, it's been a little bit of out of nowhere, and it's a nothing build to it. I guess that's kind of been the flavor of the month for this pay-per-view. There really hasn't been a lot of build for some of these matches, which is certainly disappointing to see. But I guess this match could be a pretty good one. I can't see it getting much time, because you look at the WrestleMania pre-show, it was about 50 minutes of previews and, you know, promos, and then about 5 minutes of wrestling, which is pretty stupid for a pre-show. I think they should give these guys, you know, 20 minutes out of the 30 minutes and have a match, you know. I mean, maybe have a promo leading up to this matchup, and then have the match, and then have a promo leading up to for the main event, I guess, or something like that. Have a couple of promos at the end, and give these guys, you know, a good 20 minutes to show what they can do. I think that's a good opportunity for the pre-show. That's what it should be used for, in my opinion. Give these guys that aren't quite ready, aren't quite ready for the main event or on the card, or don't have a place on the card really. Give them a match, and you've got people viewing. You've got a lot of people on YouTube tuning in and other sources. Let these guys do what they do. Give them 20 minutes. Let them put on a good matchup, and, you know, go from there. I think it's a good opportunity to do that, and you've got plenty of time to do it. And rather than wasting it, I mean, doing stupid interviews and backstage stuff and promos and recaps, you know, you could let these guys wrestle. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments section down below. As always, leave a like, and there's more videos coming real soon.